What is up, ladies and gentlemen? The Heelist of Balance is back once again for the Losers Lounge podcast, and we're literally at the end of the road. The end of the road, the end of the year. 2021 has come, and 2021 was a big step up, in my opinion, from 2022. I look back at 2020, I look at it, I'm like, that's all you got? Then 2021 came along and actually made things a lot better. I think things are starting to look up. Heading into the new year that is 2022. There are many great wrestling moments in AEW, WWE, MLW, Impact Wrestling, GCW, Impact, Ring of Honor, New Japan Pro Wrestling. Wrestling was great this year. Great moments, great matches, great returns, debuts. It all happened. It was great. 2021 was fantastic. I cannot wait to see what happens with 2022. And we're opening up 2022 with day one. Day one. It's going to be a big experience. I'm pretty excited for the pay-per-view. The card looks pretty stacked. I'd be like, oh, it's a big house show. It's a house show in your mind, probably. But for me, I don't know if you guys watching this, but for me, this is a pretty big show. It's opening up the year. I'm pretty excited for it. Of course, I'm not alone, ladies and gentlemen. I wouldn't be here by myself. I'm here with, of course, Christian freaking Maracle. What's good?
A lot has changed. Folks, I got a new iMac this month, so I got in a ways a new microphone, so things sound a little different compared to previous ones. Some people have actually noticed it in recent WWE Sins videos. It sounds a little different. Well, new stuff. It's like a whole new me. It's better. Let's take a look before we get started on day one. I just want to take this moment and say I got quite a lot of new stuff. New iPod device, new iMac, new treadmill for my home gym, new other stuff. Sometimes it's like a way of saying it's a whole new me.
Dude, I know, right?
But the one thing that never changed is the Losers Lounge is the same old. And you know what? That's what makes it great.
Yeah, we're never going to change for you guys. Never. We're always going to be the same.
Double R Rice to Ryan, not around. He's busy taking care of some things right now because he... Here's the thing. Let's be honest. We're recording this during the holidays. This is the first time the Losers Lounge has recorded a podcast this late into the year.
Oh, for real?
And at the time of release, folks, we want to say Happy New Year's Eve.
Exactly. Happy New Year's Eve, ladies and gentlemen.
It is Friday, December 31st. 2022 is almost here, and I am excited.
Oh, yeah, for real.
And WWE Day 1 is happening on literal Day 1 of 2022. What a way to kick off the new year. And this is exactly similar to New Year's Revolution. And a lot of people say they should have brought back that name. But honestly, I'm okay with the name Day 1.
At first, when I heard the name Day 1, I was very skeptical. I was like, that's the best you got, WWE? That's the best? That's all you got? You couldn't have brought back, like you said, New Year's Revolution or whatever. Or like New Year's Dash or whatever. I know AEW has New Year's Smash.
And NXT 2.0 has New Year's Evil.
Yeah, so there's New Year's and everything in wrestling. So, when I first heard about the name from Day 1, I was like very skeptical, but I like it. Looking back, I actually like it now.
Yeah, here's the thing. I think the other reason they've not used New Year's Revolution is because both WWE and AEW have events titled New Year's, and AEW's got a pay-per-view now called Revolution.
Yep.
So, I think it's understandable. We're trying to be a little different, veering a little bit away. And when I say veer, I'm not talking about Veer Mahan, who has still yet to show up. Oh, by the way, Willie, Veer is coming to Raw.
Yeah, did you know that?
I didn't know that.
Oh, my God.
Hello. As a sacrifice, of course, of this pay-per-view event, this actually concluded the TLC pay-per-views. Because there was no TLC event this month. Actually, there wasn't a pay-per-view, with the exception of NXT 2.0 War Games at the start of the month. Yep. Which, by the way, was a great show. And sorry, folks, that we did not do recordings for that. Literally everybody in the Losers Lounge was busy around that time.
Yes, sir.
That can sometimes happen, and we apologize for that. But we're here right now, and I will say I'm okay with the TLC event being canceled. WWE was supposed to have TLC on December 19th in Chicago. That did not end up happening, and instead they hosted a SmackDown that week. But I will say that the TLC event, let's be honest, kind of ran its course.
I agree. I mean, I don't mind the big like pay-per-views like that, but just like I think what Chris said here rings true. It ran its course, and I don't know, like TLC. I think it should have just been like just the match itself. Like it shouldn't have been a pay-per-view, in my opinion. Like Hell in a Cell, like Hell in a Cell. Like I don't think Hell in a Cell should be at some pay-per-view. Like I just don't like the pay-per-view concepts with gimmick matches sometimes. Money in the Bank is fine. That stuff is all right, but like Hell in a Cell, TLC, I don't know. They just don't. I don't know. I just don't care for them. I don't hate them. I just don't care for them.
Yeah, it's all right though. And as folks, if you do not know, I released my Sins video to TLC 2013 earlier this week, and that completed the TLC pay-per-view collection. So go ahead and check my playlist if you want to do like a marathon of every TLC event that I sin from 2009 up to 2020. It was a great list, 12 events. It was a lot of fun. While some of the events were not that fun, the others were great, and in the end, we all had a great time.
Yep.
My favorite TLC event, honestly, it's a tough one, but I actually like the 2010 edition.
It's a good one.
The reason I like that one is because almost every match had a TLC type stipulation.
Yep.
It was like, what, 2 tables matches, 2 ladder matches, a chairs match, and a TLC match.
Yes, sir.
Hell of a fucking show. And then, of course, you got 2013 that did not have any TLC match stipulations until the literal main event. And that was horrible.
Very.
Yeah.
And the World Championship got taken away.
But that's TLC, but we're here to talk about day 1. And we have quite a bit of matches set for the card. Everything's looking great. We're going to start things off with the non-title matches, obviously.
Yeah.
So the first one we're going to go with this is interesting. Madcap Moss versus Drew McIntyre.
Oh, joy.
And at that moment, I'm like, wait, what?
Same here. I was like,
I expected maybe McIntyre versus Happy Corbin. But Madcap Moss.
Why?
And then here's the thing. I believe, here's the thing. There was a few times this month where I'll admit it, folks, I was not watching either Raw or SmackDown. I was taking a little bit of a break.
Yeah.
And I missed one SmackDown, and I look at the card, and I'm like, wait, Drew McIntyre versus Madcap Moss? I'm like, I used to know everything. Then I missed one episode of SmackDown, and now I know nothing.
There you go.
Thankfully, Heel Balor here has been watching the shows, and he let me know what happened. I was like, oh, Madcap Moss was put into this situation by Happy Corbin against his will.
Yeah, for real.
So, I will just... There's not really much we could say about this, because we're like, what the hell's happening?
Yeah, there's nothing real. There's really no storyline.
So, Drew McIntyre.
Drew McIntyre. Moving on.
Yeah, that's it, folks. I think we're going to go through all the matches this quickly. Just kidding. No, that we won't.
Nah.
Well, this next non-title match we're going to talk about, however, this actually will have a bit of words. That is The Miz versus Edge.
Yeah.
Oh my God, Miz versus Edge. Here's in The Miz. Miz made his return on the same week that Edge did.
Yes, sir. Which I got a huge reaction on me when The Miz came back. Shout out to my boys, by the way. Beast Mode 9000, my boy TJ, Leo the Phenom, and Antoine, my boys out there, Sean, all that shtick. Shout out to my boys. We all marked out, when The Miz returned. That was great.
And also a big shout out to the 2021 Losers Lounge Guest of the Year, Jimmy Steele.
Yes, sir. Shout out to Jimmy. Love you, bro.
Congratulations on your award.
Yeah.
And congrats, of course, to Reister Ryan winning Losers Lounge Member of the Year.
Oh, for real?
That's everybody except for me.
Love you, man.
Yeah, that's everybody except for me now. Wow.
Well, I mean, if you would be voting for your own... Yeah, they'd probably
Oh, my God. Okay. But, okay, Edge and The Miz. Here's Edge made his return from a hiatus on November 29th, and then all of a sudden, The Miz literally showed up with Maurice. It's one thing for Miz to return, but Maurice showed up as well.
For real, I was looking at streams like, Maurice? That was so cool.
And when I saw Maurice show up with Miz, I'm like, it felt just like 2016 all over again.
Dude, 2016 Miz is just on another level, in my opinion. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, the day after WrestleMania when he won the Intercontinental title thanks to Maurice's return. Yep. And then that started the big reign. And here's the thing. This might be kind of an unpopular opinion. Actually, let's be honest. This was a popular opinion, honestly. But I personally believe that The Miz should have remained Intercontinental Champion until he lost it to Seth Rollins 2 years later.
There you go.
Like, I mean, no disrespect to Dean Ambrose. He had quite a decent title reign. But let's be honest, all them other stuff, that was all just for... They all came back to The Miz in the end, so... The Miz... Here's like, as we all know, folks, John Morrison was amongst those who were released in recent times. So sad to see all these releases that happened in 2021. This was a crazy year for all these goddamn releases.
For real.
But when John Morrison was released, conveniently, that is when Miz showed up with Maurice again, and Miz was back to the way he was before.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, I do feel bad for Morrison, but let's be honest. Miz was the only reason he was surviving.
To be honest, like, I kind of agree with that, you know.
And that's a sad part.
Like, Morrison, like, I don't know. I never saw him like this main event caliber star. He's a good mid-card, in my opinion. I mean, he just doesn't do on the mic. He sucks on the mic.
Yeah, I can understand that very much. But, The Miz and Edge had a hell of a promo when they both showed up. It was on a night we knew Edge was going to be there. We did not know that Miz was going to be there, though.
Yeah, for real.
And Miz felt I think it was actually cool that Miz in storyline felt disrespected that his return from Dancing with the Stars was not promoted like Edge's sudden return was.
Oh, for real.
Not to mention, he said, when you listed all these people that you could potentially face off, why didn't you say me?
There you go.
And they said a lot of crazy shit.
Oh, for real.
Not to mention, of course, was there like a few interesting references in that promo?
Yeah, there was a few elite references in there, you know, to a certain punk and a certain salt of the earth.
Yeah. And of course, no shocker, let's be honest, everybody compared this promo to the promo between CM Punk and MJF on AEW.
Yeah, people are saying, oh, well, WWE copied them. Yeah, they might have. Like, who cares? Who cares?
Yeah, if anything, here's the thing. I'm not saying they did, folks, but if they did copy AEW, I honestly think that's a good thing. The reason I say it's a good thing is because that's a win. Because that promo was freaking epic.
Exactly.
I don't think we should be shitting on it. We should be praising this.
Exactly.
And if AEW is the holy grail on making WWE great again, Donald Trump style, then hallelujah!
Exactly.
Okay, that was a weird thing for me to compare it to because, good God, I hate Donald Trump. I also hate Joe Biden. Don't worry, folks. I hate him, too. Can't stand him.
Not as much as I do. Don't worry, ladies.
But I will say that I like the promos that were going on in the weeks leading up to this match at day one. I really don't think that people should sleep on this match.
Dude, for real, like, I'm saying, like, oh, this is going to be the bathroom break match. No, that's going to be Madcap Moss against Drew McIntyre. Let's be honest here. I like Drew McIntyre, but that's the sneeze break. This match here, like, I'm really interested in what they're going to do.
Oh, yeah, Willie, you brought it up. We forgot to mention it. We are bringing back, for the first time in a long time, the Losers Lounge sneeze break.
You dang right we are.
For Drew McIntyre and Madcap Moss.
Yes, a Drew McIntyre match is a sneeze break. Sorry.
Yeah, a Drew McIntyre match is a sneeze break in 2021. What the freaking hell?
Sad. So
not
sad.
Cool. Not cool.
Mm-mm.
I don't like it, but you know what? It's fine. I will say, Edge and the Miz, however, I like what was going on when Miz kinda had a little bit of an exchange with Maurice.
Yeah.
Yeah. Edge was gonna go for the spear, and Miz put Maurice in harm's way.
Yeah.
Then a big slap.
A stiff slap, too, like, god dang.
And while I did not watch Raw this past Monday, it's kind of a good thing I did. Here's the thing. I was told Raw this past Monday was boring as hell.
Raw, let's be honest here, ladies and gentlemen, this week was boring, tiring. I didn't care for it. Like, outside blew the main event, which was the Miz and Maurice renewing their vows and blood, quote-unquote blood, being dropped from the ceiling. And there was, like, Nothing else in the shots have, like, I think of one match that I enjoy. Now, like we are on the Losers Lounge, we don't sugarcoat things. It's okay to be honest and upfront, and I'm being upfront and honest when I say Raw this week sucked.
And here I am, another member of the Losers Lounge, saying I didn't even watch Raw.
There you go.
I didn't even watch SmackDown on Christmas.
I did. I saw spoilers for the whole thing, but still, I still watched it.
I looked at the results, saw what happened. What I was impressed with was, oh my God, Sami Zayn is challenging Shinsuke Nakamura for the Intercontinental title in the future.
Yeah, dude.
But here's my question: why is that match not on day one?
Probably at the Royal Rumble, for all we know.
You could honestly replace McIntyre and Madcap Moss with this match.
Exactly.
And then we would have been like, holy shit, look at this card.
Exactly. Like, there you go.
Because here's the thing. With the exception of McIntyre and Madcap Moss, the rest of the matches were like, holy shit, look at these matches.
Exactly. Like, the card is legit stacked.
Yeah, and we're about to get more through more of them again. But once again, wedding-style things, do we really need that on the last freaking Raw of the year, just like we did in 2019?
I haven't made a joke about that, like, back in 2019, you know, with Bobby Lashley and Lana and Liv Morgan, that stuff, like, and we all know what happened literally next year, 2020. So this year, we ended 2021 with a wedding segment, and 2022 is coming up. I really hope this is not a rehash of what happened in 2019, because I want 2022 to be really good to us. I really do.
Well, here's the thing. Regardless of what went down with a virus with COVID-19, there's really nothing that could have been done.
Exactly.
A lot of things changed, but it wasn't WWE's fault and whatnot. But
exactly.
It's okay though. The Miz and Maurice, from what I heard, renewing their wedding vows, bored the hell out of everybody. Kind of a good thing I was not there, because here's the thing, folks. I was initially thinking of traveling down to Detroit to attend Raw. Imagine if I did that.
Oh wow!
I would have drove 4 hours to be bored.
There you go.
And speaking of, WWE Live in Toronto was supposed to take place. I refunded my tickets due to the fact, well, due for the big reason is I didn't want to risk dehydration, because the Ontario government is banning places, aside from restaurants, from serving food or drinks. I'm like, okay, you can't eat or drink at like a sporting event or a movie theater apparently, but you can do that at a restaurant. Where's the sense in that?
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't get that, so I just refunded my tickets and whatnot. Got quite a bit of flack for that for some reason. Yeah.
Don't worry, Christian. You're the real one in the YWC out there. In the IWC.
Everybody knows I'm the real one. I am the true real one. All right.
You're the realest podcast out there.
Hell yeah. But even then, even if I didn't refund my tickets, the show got postponed to March 27th anyway. So who's laughing now?
There you go.
I am.
There you go. Everybody's going to be here in March for my show in my state, so I'm pretty excited. Granted, I'm not going, but still, I'm going to meet the wrestlers and meet the fans.
Hey, you may very well one day. It could happen.
Never know.
Okay. But, like we said, with the exception, I don't understand why the whole thing with, I get why Edge kind of brought back his Brood gimmick again.
Which is cool.
Yeah, it's cool, but the problem is he already did that with Seth Rollins earlier this year, and entrance and all.
Like, what isn't he with The Miz?
Yeah, so I'm assuming Edge is going on like a little bit of a path where he's kind of switching alternate personalities or something.
What are you, Finn Balor?
Well, I was about to consider maybe one day in 2022 he might go back to being the literal rated R superstar. Okay, maybe they won't allow that.
Yeah, exactly. We're going to see some live sex celebrations like back in 2006. But
yeah, Edge's going to have Miz is going to have a live sex celebration with Maurice if he beats Edge at day one.
Imagine.
I can actually see that happening. I don't know why. I just can see that happening.
Oh my gosh. Imagine.
Yeah. My God, that was crazy. But the match, I'm really excited for the match at day one, because what we got here, Edge and Miz are two of the greatest of all time. That's no denying. There's no denying that. Edge and Miz are not just the two biggest talkers like in WWE for the longest time, but two of the greatest talkers in professional wrestling history.
Oh, bro.
Everything they say turns to gold. So imagine when they were going at each other. My God, there's gold turning into gold. Brighter gold or something. I don't know. Okay, so I'll start with you, Heel Balor. Who do you got for this match?
This is a pretty big match here between these two. I'm excited to see what these two do in the ring. I don't really care who wins this match, to be honest with you. Both guys could just win, and I'll be fine with it. I'm going to go with Edge to get the win, mainly because I think the story just calls for it. I think Edge needs to win more than Miz. Miz will be fine in defeat. I think Edge also will be fine in defeat. But looking at it from a storyline perspective, how Edge basically said that he was going to embarrass Miz at this pay-per-view and one-up him, blah, blah, blah. And whatever happens in the future, I think Edge is going to get the dub here.
That is pretty interesting. In my opinion, there could be going a few ways. Edge could win the match, get some momentum, and announce his participation in the Royal Rumble match coming up in the January. Miz could probably do the same thing if he wins, but I think Miz could also be a potential contender to Damian Priest in the United States Championship.
Ooh, be dope.
I mean, not saying that Damian Priest has been a bad champion. Damian Priest has been a hell of a champion.
Dude, for real. Be buried. Yeah, whatever.
I've been enjoying it. Yes, I will admit there's a little bit of a flaw because he doesn't exactly have a big time storyline or, opponent. He's been going one after the other. But I think if there is anybody you could have that big time matchup with, it's The Miz.
True.
And of course, if Miz gets his hands on the U.S. title, imagine what he does with that title like he did with the Intercontinental title.
Dude, imagine.
Speaking of, please get that title off Shinsuke Nakamura, Sammy.
Please.
No offense to Nakamura, but he's been one of the worst Intercontinental champions of all time.
He's up there with Finn Balor's 2 Intercontinental title runs, and that's saying something.
Yeah. Shinsuke Nakamura and Finn Balor, those are two guys who we said if they were champion, we should honestly have been saying that they were two of the best champions ever. But we're not saying it. We're not saying it.
No.
I don't understand why. Actually, wait, we kind of do understand why, but we're asking ourselves, why are we saying this?
Exactly.
This is not supposed to be. You know what? It's fine. Which just goes to show that even though we're not exactly getting what we hoped would happen, we're not being a bitch about it.
Exactly.
We get over it, because if we don't get over it, we'll never feel free. So I'm actually going to go with The Miz to win this match.
All right.
I think he'd be good. He could do great with the momentum. Edge, here's the thing. Edge is a guy who doesn't exactly need to win.
Mm-hmm.
This is technically is this Miz's first match since he's been back? Has he had a match yet?
No.
No, he hasn't? Oh. Perhaps Miz should honestly win this. He could honestly use the momentum more than Edge can.
True.
Edge will be fine either way. It's Edge.
Exactly.
Can't go wrong with that. And I believe Edge will compete in the Royal Rumble match and begin his feud with the phenomenal AJ Styles.
Please, yes.
That could happen. AJ eliminates Edge from the Rumble, or vice versa.
There you go.
That could be great. So I think Miz should take this one. I think they're going to give it to Edge, but I actually have a feeling they're going to give it to Miz. So, got to keep this in. All right, we're going to move on to the championship matches. And all the title matches, actually, are matches that we're looking forward to.
Yes, sir.
We got a hell of a card for you guys. So let's start things off with the Raw Women's Championship. As Becky Lynch, the man, defends against Liv Midgen.
Dang.
Wait, what? Oh, shit. Sorry. Oh, quickly, change it before they get pissed at you. Morgan.
There you go. Change the script there. Wait, you don't use script.
Okay.
I put it on the script earlier. It was Morgan. Did I put Midden? I don't know.
Yeah, I think you kind of did. You were listening to MJF promos earlier.
Yeah, I was. Yeah.
Yeah, those are mid anyway. Just kidding, no, they're not. Becky Lynch and Liv Morgan. One thing we will say that is mid, which, by the way, finally I figured out what the hell that meant, folks. I'm a dumbass for not realizing this sooner, but the reason people quote mid as some sort of an insult is because it's kind of a slang for the word mediocre.
Yeah.
And I'm like, why don't you just say mediocre?
Exactly.
And even then, how do you get mid out of mediocre when the I comes after the D?
Exactly. Mediocre? Like, it's mediocre. What?
Mediocre.
What?
It's like Squidward's clarinet playing. Mediocre.
Exactly.
Okay, now we're just dissing Squidward on this podcast.
Squidward's the GOAT, man.
Hell yeah, man. As a kid, you can relate to SpongeBob. As an adult, you can relate to Squidward.
I feel Squidward's pain every single day I wake up sometimes. Poor guy.
Yeah. Becky Lynch and Liv Morgan, they started their feud, I believe it was prior to Survivor Series, because Liv Morgan won a match to become #1 contender.
Mm-hmm.
And they had a match a few weeks ago on Raw. And it was great, actually.
It was.
There was quite a few moments where we kind of thought Liv could have gotten it, too.
Which I don't want. Not yet.
But then, of course, Becky Lynch cheated to win by usage of the ropes. And I'm like, perfect heel move.
Thank you. And, of course, most of the IWC team, YWC, oh, it's the same old shtick. It's bad. Oh, my God. I know. I understand. I'm kind of getting tired of Becky doing that shtick, too, because I realize she's heel. Yep. I wish she'd use a different tactics in winning in a heelish fashion. I understand why she's doing it. So I'm not going to flip out over that. And no, I'm not saying because I'm a huge fanboy of Becky Lynch. I'm just saying because it's actually, logical,
Correct.
Yep.
So, yeah, we have a rematch set up for day one. But I will actually want to take this quick moment to say, during that match with Becky and Liv, the one thing I actually thought was pretty good was Byron Saxton, shockingly.
Oh, bro.
The way he was upset when Liv Morgan lost really kind of mirrored what a lot of people in the community were thinking.
There you go.
So, that worked. And now we have an angry Liv fan, like an angry Miz girl.
Angry Liv fan. We have an apparently angry Becky Lynch fan or whatever that stuck her tongue on Liv Morgan. So apparently Liv Morgan found those two individuals and they're being invited to day one. So I'm like, that's cool. That's nice.
Cool. Make sure to get both their reactions and make sure they're sitting side by side.
Oh, for real. That'd be funny.
Becky and Liv are competing at day one, and I guarantee this is going to be a pretty good match. Do I see Liv Morgan winning, though? No. Once again, no. Becky Lynch should not lose to Liv Morgan right here.
Mm-mm.
If you want to have Liv Morgan win the title, give it to her at WrestleMania. If there's anything... Here's the thing. Becky Lynch has made a huge deal about being a champion in all of her appearances since WrestleMania 35. That's true. On the last day where she announced her pregnancy, she was still the champion.
Yep.
Although actually not technically, because Asuka won the title in the Money in the Bank.
Yeah, so she lost the title without even getting pinned.
Yeah, but when she came back, she immediately won the SmackDown Women's title. And then they ended up being swapped over to the Raw Women's title.
Which still, that exchange, looking back, was still stupid, but I understand why they did it. Still stupid.
Very dumb. But,
very dumb.
Yeah. But even then, Becky Lynch has been a champion in all of her active, there we go, the word is active.
Mm-hmm.
In all of her active appearances since WrestleMania 35 on April 7th, 2019.
I'm so proud of her, man.
So if anything, the place for her to lose the title is at WrestleMania, because this is a huge deal.
It is.
That's what a lot of people fail to realize. The man is still the biggest star next to Charlotte Flair. Yeah, I said next to Charlotte Flair. I'll even say it again. Next to Charlotte Flair.
Next to Charlotte. And I even argue she's up there with, Sasha Banks. Actually, she's past... I'm not even trying to trigger the fans, but she's past Sasha Banks, in my opinion.
Yeah.
That's just me. No matter how you see it, people, the Four Horsemen are still going to be a big pillar. They're basically the four pillars of women's wrestling, right? Well, in WWE, at least. If you really think about it. Women's wrestling. It's the Four Horsemen. Bayley, Becky, Charlotte, and Sasha. The Women's Revolution. Even though they didn't start the Women's Revolution, AJ Lee started it, by the way. I don't care what anybody else says. She started it. But, they're carrying on that legacy. There's other women out there. Bianca, Shotzi, and other people like that. And even NXT.
Other women who actually have a chance to do it as well.
Exactly.
Those coming up. That'd be interesting. But for now, folks, I believe, yes, Becky Lynch should defeat Liv Morgan at day one. And in this case, Becky Lynch this time doesn't use the ropes.
Nope.
This time, Becky Lynch successfully beats Liv Morgan.
Oh, that wouldn't warrant a rematch, though, Chris. It wouldn't warrant a rematch.
Exactly. Right. That way, Liv Morgan has no rematch clause. Thus, she competes and wins the Royal Rumble.
Bingo. Exactly.
Bingo was his fucking name-o.
I guess I'll jump on it right here. I think Chris has been reading my mind and a few of my friends' minds as well, because that's what we've been saying since Money in the Bank.
Money in the freaking bank.
Since Money in the Bank. Something about Liv Morgan caught my eye. That she has the skills to be champ. Oh, well, her promo skills are bad. Oh, she can't match up with Becky. No crap, that's not her skill set. Her skill set is in the ring. We all know Becky destroys her on the mic. Duh, that's where Becky succeeds.
Yeah,
Becky succeeds.
That reminds me of. Sorry to interrupt, but this reminds me of another. This reminds me of another thing.
What you got?
People are saying Becky Lynch is good in the ring, but she sucks on the microphone. And yet people want Ricochet to be a top contender here because he's good in the ring, but he sucks on the mic.
Ricochet is not even going to be close to being... And I like Ricochet. I like Ricochet in the goddamn indies, for Pete's sake. But the dude is watered down. He's nothing more than just flying eye candy right now at this point. He's a mid-carder. And I'm just saying the truth. I know y'all ain't going to like that, but the truth is truth. Ricochet is not WWE Championship material. Oh, you like Finn Balor? Finn Balor actually has mic skills. Finn Balor has in-ring skills. Finn Balor has the look to be a WWE champion. 2022. And
because I'm hype.
And thank you. That's in my throat there. And he has the skills to be a main event star. Royal Rumble.
Oh my god! Are you sick or something?
Yeah, I think I'm sick there. And he has the things that Ricochet and other people like that don't have. And I'm not saying because I'm a Finn Balor fanboy. He's just one of the guys that comes to mind. And with Liv Morgan's the same way. I think people just look at her and see, oh, she's just a pretty face. They only like her because she's hot. Blah blah blah. They only like, for example, Mandy Rose. Mandy Rose is doing great in NXT. And oh well, that you only like her because she's hot. Well, that might be true, but she's a great wrestler as well, and she's earned my respect. She's earned her way in wrestling. She's earned the championship that she's holding right now. And look at Becky. Becky earned her way in. Charlotte, even though her name factor is the reason that she is where she is right now. Let's be honest here.
Yeah.
Sasha Banks earned her way in. People like that. Bayley earned her way in. Soon we'll see Shotzi Blackheart up there. Maybe, I don't know.
Well, it's just Shotzi, not Shotzi Blackheart.
Shotzi.
And let's be honest, that's one of the name shortages that I actually agree with because nobody just calls her Blackheart. Everybody just calls her Shotzi.
I even called her Shotzi before she even got the name shortage. I always thought Shotzi was just a cool name.
Shotzi. Nice. There we go.
And Aaliyah. I know people forgot about Aaliyah. She could be a main event star. Maybe. We don't know.
Actually, I have no idea what the hell's going on with her.
I don't know. I don't know where she's been. I don't get the hype with her. That's just me. But I'm just throwing it out there. But, Liv Morgan, she's earned... This is the Daniel Bryan story. They're trying to make her the next Daniel Bryan. I don't think people are seeing that. Oh, well, she keeps losing. That's the point. Daniel Bryan kept losing. Up until WrestleMania 30, where he defeated the Authority all in one night. Triple H in the first match, Batista and Randy Orton in the second match become the WWE World Heavyweight Champion.
Yeah, we got a lot of those situations going on. Like Liv Morgan is kind of similar to Daniel Bryan. She came in as part of some sort of a group, the Riot Squad, just like Daniel Bryan with Nexus.
Yes, sir.
So there was similar goings in. However, the only difference is Daniel Bryan had a little bit of success before he ended up getting the big one.
Oh, for real.
And Liv Morgan has yet to get the success. But the interesting thing is the fans have not given up on her, which that is a good thing.
Oh, there are some Liv Morgan fans there who are giving up and why? Why are you giving up?
Why give up?
Look at the bigger story.
I ain't giving up.
I ain't giving up either. I'm not giving up at all. Why should I?
All right.
But I don't trust WWE. I don't trust WWE as far as I can throw them, but maybe this is a bigger story. That's why I'm hanging on to this. I'm hanging on until she officially loses, and she's done with the title picture. Done. She's back doing weird shit. I'm not gonna give up on Liv Morgan. But she's not winning the title here. I'm just gonna say she's not winning the championship.
Yeah, she's not winning the title. So both Heel Balor and I say Becky Lynch.
So when Becky loses, God, that's only happened at WrestleMania, by the way. When Becky wins the match here, don't cry burial. Do not cry burial. We know you are going to cry burial. We know that. We know you are. Before y'all type it in the comments. Oh, we're not going to cry. Yes, you will. Yes, you will. You're going to cry burial. Then you're going to complain, blah, blah, blah. To the smart fans there who actually know what I'm talking about. You guys are the good ones. I'm not about the guys who are quick to judge and quick oh, well, WWE, they don't know what they're doing with Liv Morgan. Look at the bigger story, ladies and gentlemen. It's the Daniel Bryan effect. It's the Daniel Bryan story. Hopefully hopefully we'll have the Daniel Bryan payoff with her winning the Royal Rumble, which Daniel Bryan didn't do, obviously, but still. Win the Royal Rumble, go into WrestleMania, main event, night 1 or whatever. Liv Morgan wins the championship. There you go. And
All
yes,
right.
if Liv Morgan wins the Rumble, she main events WrestleMania. Facts.
Yeah. All right, we're going to move on to the next match. This is the first of 2 tag team title matches. First off, the Raw Tag Team Championship match. And oh my god, this actually looks good. It's RK Bro versus the Street Profits.
First of all, I'm enjoying RK Bro, and Matt Riddle is cracking me up.
It's just Riddle.
Riddle, yeah, Riddle. Riddle me this, riddle me that. Who's afraid of Randy's bat? I don't freaking know.
Oh my god, that was good.
Randy's bat. Randy doesn't have that. Is he Sting? Give me a break.
Okay.
Yeah.
RK Bro has been one of the most entertaining tag teams in a long time.
For real. Like, seriously.
Ever since WrestleMania ended, Riddle, after losing the U.S. title to Sheamus, had started trying to recruit Randy Orton into his team.
Come on, Randy. You gotta be friends, bro. Come on, Randy.
Yeah, I just love the way he says, Randy.
Oh, my God. When Riddle came out dressed like Orton a few weeks ago, that had me on the floor. Then they came out as commentators. Or news reporters, like, yeah, Randy, with all this stuff, bro.
Did you like how funny. Riddle put that wig onto Randy Orton's head?
That gave me Goldberg vibes, man.
And he's dope. Like, you take this off my head right now.
Exactly. It was so much fun.
And the Street Profits won the RK Bronament. Is that what it is? A Bronament?
Yes, RK Bronament. I was really surprised, too. I was not mysterious or get away. I was like, hey, okay, Street Profits make sense.
And let's be honest, like, the one thing I did, from what I heard from Raw last week, was Street Profits versus Mysterio was actually a good match.
That was the only good match on the card for me at least.
So, RK Bro and the Street Profits, 2 awesome tag teams, and I believe this will be the first time that they're competing in one-on-one action.
Yes.
For the tag team titles at day 1. Street Profits are former Raw Tag Team Champions. They held the titles for the first bits of the pandemic era. Before they lost them to New Day, right?
Yes.
Yeah, actually, they didn't lose them. They swapped them. So they kept the titles. They were SmackDown Tag Team Champions, and they held those for a while until they lost to them to Robert Roode and Dolph Ziggler. So, how cool would it be if the Street Profits got those tag team titles back? Honestly, I'm just going to say, I actually am predicting the Street Profits are going to win the Raw Tag Team titles. Bro.
Okay. That's a big one.
Because RK Bro, fantastic team, but I honestly see Randy Orton and Riddle competing with each other at WrestleMania.
Which is going to be fun.
So, and it starts here on day 1. Think of this, folks. Exactly. Think of day 1 as the potential beginning of new rivalries as well.
I wouldn't mind that.
It's day 1. Mark day 1 of this new rivalry. Or the Usos' case, day 1-ish.
Imagine they named it that, day 1-ish. Oh, God, I said that in the open. They're going to freaking get it now.
They're going to do that. Yeah, they listen to our podcast.
They are.
They always listen.
We need to go listening.
But, yeah, I think the Street Profits would be great as the tag team champions again, because in the long-term run, they could definitely dominate for a while. In the long-term run, they're the ones who I believe should be the ones as champions. I even predicted in my early days of predicting WrestleMania 38, I said the Street Profits would walk in as the Raw Tag Team Champions.
Oh, there you go.
RK Bro, on the other hand, will be done for by that point. Because certain teams, they run their course. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And the one thing I'm glad for is that RK Bro was never boring.
Oh, for real.
Anytime they were on they're on the screen at the same time, it was always fun to watch.
Yep.
But do you remember when Randy did not want to be on a team and Riddle said, "Does that mean you don't want to be on a team with me anymore?"
I do.
And we were like, "Oh, why would you hurt his feelings?"
I'm like, dang, Orton, you're a dick. We've known that for a long time.
Yeah, we did.
That's so mean to say.
RK Bro is awesome.
For real, man.
So, at day 1, the beginning of RK Bro's dissension sadly begins, as the Street Profits will claim the Raw Tag Team titles. Alright, Heel Balor, your thoughts on this?
I'm looking forward to the match. This one of the matches where I'm be like very glued to the screen. I love both teams. Riddle is great at what he does. Orton's great. And you got Street Profits, they're great at what they do as well. And I don't know. I'm going with RK Bro to get the win. I don't think it was tough just yet. Maybe after the Royal Rumble, maybe at the Royal Rumble for all we know. But I don't think they're losing him just yet. I do like the concept of like day 1 would bring like new champions and new rivalries. I do like that. I hope it happens. We get new champions and new rivalries after this because I think it'd be fun. But I don't see the titles changing hands here. They could. I just don't see it happening. I'm going with the RK Bro.
Alrighty, that's awesome. And we go from the Raw Tag Team titles to the SmackDown Tag Team titles. And oh my god, we're going to see yet another classic. It's the Usos versus the New Day.
Yeah.
What we got here is the Usos day 1-ish versus the New Day at day 1.
There you go.
Oh my god, I remember before we started talking about this match, I saw a tweet like several weeks ago where somebody was trying to complain about, we've seen this match happen on so many times on pay-per-view, look at this. And when he showed the list of all the times they happened, we were like, oh my god, those were great classics. That just made us even more excited to see it.
Exactly.
Yeah, that did not.
Yeah, I was like, favorites of their matches.
Yeah, it was like Usos versus New Day throughout. It's like even throughout 2015. 2015,
exactly.
Several pay-per-views there. 2016, yep. 2017, oh my god, 2017.
Yes, bro, for real.
Whether it was Battleground or Hell in a Cell or SummerSlam, holy shit.
They always put on the best matches together, in my opinion.
Yeah, it's like great match here, great match there. Oh my god.
Legit, homie.
That's why when I looked at the list of all the times they faced off, I'm like, that doesn't make us say, oh my god, this happened way too many times. That just made us say, holy shit, look at all those great matches. Let's see it again.
Exactly.
So, to whoever that person was, thank you for getting us extra excited for this match.
Exactly.
Okay, let me be honest. I will say, though, do other teams deserve a shot? Yes, of course they do. And they will get him. But at the start of day 1, you want to kick off your year with excitement? This is how you do it.
Overall.
Usos on the New Day put on some of the greatest tag team title matches of the last 5 to 6 years.
I agree.
That doesn't mean... Here's the thing. While I will admit, yes, I would love to see a team like maybe the Viking Raiders get a title shot, but I could probably see that. Usos versus Viking Raiders, WrestleMania.
Ooh.
Maybe we could add a New Day as well, make it a triple threat or something.
Ooh, that'd be cool. And
in this case, it's Kofi Kingston and King Woods. And the Usos in this scenario is part of the Bloodline.
Ooh.
So if you look at everything that's going on in this match in comparison to the others, the gimmicks and everything were different.
Exactly.
Gimmicks are different. New Day, of course, is New Day. But in this case, it's just Kofi Kingston and King Woods. There's no Big E. Big E is on his own on Monday Night Raw as the WWE Champion, who we will get to in a moment. But what I'm excited for is that I know that Usos and New Day, they're going to put on yet another great classic. What's important when it comes to... It's New Year's Day. That's the time when you want to just have a great time. You want to enjoy what you're watching. And for the people who are going to be watching the show at the State Farm Arena in Atlanta, Georgia. By the way, people have been clamoring for Atlanta to have a pay-per-view for a long time. And here we go.
There you go.
They're going to have a great time. I remember I attended Hell in a Cell in Detroit, Michigan in 2017, where Usos took on the New Day inside Hell in a Cell. And that was one of the best Hell in a Cell matches of the last 10 years.
There you go.
Next to, of course, Edge and Seth Rollins from Crown Jewel. Oh my god.
Which is obviously my top 10.
Yeah. We've also seen them compete, not just on pay-per-view, but even on SmackDown. Remember Sin City SmackDown?
Mm-hmm.
Yep. Competed there. So, shockingly enough, they were the best match of SummerSlam 2017, and they were only on the pre-show.
Mm-hmm.
Imagine that, a 20-minute title match on a pre-show.
Yeah.
Shouldn't have done that.
Exactly.
Fastlane 2018, when they kept stealing each other's finishers.
Mm-hmm.
That was funny as hell. So they've been involved in many different title matches against each other, but every single time they competed, it was always fun. I don't ever recall seeing a bad match between them.
Oh, for real.
And I'm like, other teams will get their shot, but for now, let's run this back one more time.
Oh, yeah.
So, Heel Balor, I'll start with you. Who do you got?
This is pretty hard, to be honest with you.
That's what she said.
Exactly. I think this one is pretty hard to predict for me. I'm fine with either one winning. You don't want to have the Usos lose just yet because Roman hasn't lost the title. But I don't know. Like it can go either way. I'm gonna go with the Usos to retain, just because Roman. I think they're not gonna lose until Roman loses his title yet. Maybe it could happen, but I'm just gonna switching around. I'm gonna be the wild guy out of here. I'm gonna be the wild card. This is my final prediction. Gonna go with the New Day. I was thinking the Usos just because Roman hasn't lost title. Newsflash, he's not gonna lose title here. And I could see the Usos winning or losing here. Maybe getting them back down the road. Maybe at the Royal Rumble. Maybe just give a big pop on this night. Give the New Day a big moment. Blah blah blah. And just give the Usos back the titles, right? Maybe at the Rumble or whatever. And just I don't know. That's just WWE. That's my WWE way of thinking things. Yep. I'm gonna go with the New Day to win.
All right. I am gonna go with the Usos. And my reason for that is exactly the same reason. It's not time for Usos to lose them just yet. Bloodline is still at the full force, and we want to make sure the Bloodline is at full force heading into WrestleMania.
Which I think the Bloodline will fall in WrestleMania. So I don't know. It can go the way for me. I'm just gonna be the wild card out there.
Yeah. So I'm gonna say, the Usos will retain against New Day. They may feud again. Okay. They may have an additional match somewhere down the line, or they could end up facing off against other teams. Either way, it's going to be fun and exciting. The one thing I'd actually like to see is, I like to see Los Lotharios. Andrew Garza and Humberto Carrillo. Okay. So, one for Usos, one for New Day. We're kind of half and half on quite a few of the matches. The next match we're going to go for is the WWE Championship.
Oh boy, this one's going to be hard for me.
And this is, as of this recording, a Fatal 4-Way match. So far, we know nothing about a change due to for certain reasons, but we'll get to that in a moment. The Fatal 4-Way is Big E versus Kevin Owens, Bobby Lashley, and Seth Rollins. Mm-hmm. And that's where we bring up the potential circumstance. Folks, Seth Rollins tested positive for COVID-19 recently.
Mm-hmm.
So his status right now, we don't know. As of right now, he's still scheduled to compete in the 4-Way.
Yes.
So, as of right now, we don't know what the hell's going on. We don't know if it's going to be a triple threat or something. I really think for the safety of all the competitors, they should really take Seth out of the match.
Just do a triple threat.
Do a triple threat and give Seth his one-on-one match that he earned at Royal Rumble.
Where Seth wins the title.
Ta-da!
Simple. Just take Seth out of the match.
It's like for the safety of those involved. Here's the thing. Because of Seth testing positive, they sent Big E, Becky Lynch, and Roman Reigns home to make sure they're safe, especially Roman Reigns.
Exactly.
Because Roman Reigns, as we all know, with his history of cancer, he is in a dangerous spot if he ever contracted COVID-19.
Mm-hmm.
So we pray that he'll be okay.
For real, man.
As of right now, everybody else is okay, and everybody else is set to compete at day one. There's not going to be a SmackDown on New Year's Eve because they're doing a recap show. And I honestly think that's okay.
I like the countdowns WWE does. I just like countdowns in general, so I'm very excited to see what they do.
Yep. I will be in Niagara Falls, hopefully, because I will actually let this moment, folks. It's kind of been a COVID Christmas in my house.
Damn, bro.
I have not tested positive, neither has Mama Maracle. However, my brother Joe has tested positive. That was about a week ago. We've been isolated in our house all holiday long. So it's kind of been hell. And it's been tough. I've been wearing masks and gloves in my house. Always texting with my brother whenever I say I'm coming upstairs to do something. And he also texts me the same when he's going to be taking a shower or if he's going to be making dinner. And we always wiped everything off. It's been fucking stressful. I'll just let you know that.
Yeah.
One of the most stressful things ever. So I've spent a majority of my time down in the lounge areas, keeping away from everyone else for my own safety. Mama Maracle's been doing the same. We keep our distance from each other. But the good thing is my brother, as of right now, is recovering. He's almost completely better now. And he's going to get tested again tomorrow, I believe. At this point, the recording, it's Wednesday. So Thursday, December 30th, he's getting tested. Thursday is also the day I leave for Niagara Falls. So I'm getting myself quickly tested I'm going to get a rapid test to make sure that I'm okay and that I'm good to go.
There you go, man. There you go.
So yeah, I'm like, it's been hell. This holiday's been hell for me. I wasn't able to see family. I'm not getting my gifts from other family members for a while. But that's okay though. It's okay. I'll be fine. But
there you go.
The good thing is, my brother Joe, this could actually be a little bit of a, I don't know how to say it, motivation or something. I don't know. We would still recommend here at the Losers Lounge. We recommend you get vaccinated. My brother.
It's your choice, though, people.
Yeah, it's your choice. But I will let you know, my brother is not vaccinated whatsoever, and he did not have a serious case.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That's crazy.
So, that's a good thing, actually. Some people react differently, obviously.
Yeah.
But I'm at least thankful that my brother was able to handle it.
There you go, man. There you
go. But back to the subject at hand, of COVID-19. Seth Rollins tested positive right by Christmas. He announced it on Christmas, so I'm assuming he tested positive prior to that. But as of right now, he's scheduled to compete in the match at day 1, but we really think that's not a good idea at all.
No.
Don't do
just
that.
Just because of safety. Don't put Seth at risk. Don't put the wrestlers at risk. Don't do that.
Yeah, it'd be really bad scenario.
Very.
As of right now, it's like we don't like to hope that someone's taken out of a big-time title match, but it's for the safety of all the competitors.
True.
You don't want somebody who just now tested positive to compete in the WWE title match.
Exactly.
And as a matter of fact, what's I heard about WWE no longer requiring COVID testing?
That's apparently I don't think that's true or not. There was only one article that came out about that. I looked into it too. Apparently we all flipped out because we don't know that much about it. Some of these articles are, kind of biased towards WWE, but I understand why they maybe threw it out there. But at the same time, I'm not going to jump to conclusions just yet until something is fully out there in the open, because there's only one article.
Yeah, so, and I will also say that it's it's just kind of a weird-ass coincidence that they would say that right after one of their top stars just tested positive.
Exactly.
So
that's what I'm saying. I'm not going to jump to conclusions until everything is, clear out in the open.
Yeah, that's why a lot of this is suspicious.
Very.
Very, very indeed. So, but as of right now, we both believe Seth Rollins needs to be taken out of this match for the safety of KO, Bobby Lashley, and Big E.
Please.
Or if not, if he's able to compete, actually, here's the thing. At least make sure he's tested negative before you put him out there.
Exactly.
Yeah. Here's the thing, requiring people to get tested is not requiring it to be is one thing, but in the case of Seth Rollins, fucking do it.
Please, for real.
Yeah. So this 4-way was initially supposed to be a one-on-one match between Big E and Seth Rollins. So if it stayed a one-on-one match, imagine what would have happened then.
Then we wouldn't be getting it.
Yeah. Yeah, as a result of Seth testing positive, there was a show in Madison Square Garden where a lot of things changed, including KO facing Edge in a cage match.
Which is awesome. I need that feud one day.
That'd be awesome. And KO re-signed with WWE, so that is possible now.
I thought it was going to AEW. Oh, sure, whatever.
Yeah, whatever. Who gives a shit?
Exactly.
Y'all got
Kyle O'Reilly.
Y'all got Kyle O'Reilly. Just be happy with what you got. You got
Undisputed Era. That's awesome.
Yeah, be happy with what you got.
Please.
They're
not good.
I will say, so KO, Kevin Owens has been a hell of an entertaining person.
Dude, for real.
I just love how he has a no fucks given attitude now.
I know, right? He just doesn't care anymore.
And a lot of people thought he didn't care legitimately because he was waiting for his contract to end.
I know.
And turns out, no, I think this was his whole thing. This was the big plan here.
Yeah, bro, for real.
It's actually working for him because a lot of people have a lot of attention on Kevin Owens again.
Which is awesome.
Yeah. And we're like, oh my God, this is awesome. This is fun to watch. He is hilarious. He's entertaining. Kind of a little bit childish at some points because I love what he did when he said, we have a PowerPoint plan, Big E.
Exactly.
He was like, we have a PowerPoint plan. The PowerPoint plan was help Big E win. All it said was help Big E win. And I just laughed because I was like, oh my God, that's awesome. And the last Raw that Seth Rollins appeared on, he and KO actually teamed up.
Which is cool.
Could we possibly see a tag team?
I wouldn't mind it.
Very, very curious. But then again, that'd be yet another freaking person Seth would team against. Team with,
exactly.
Sorry.
And then turn on.
Yeah.
That's what he does.
Dean Ambrose, Roman Reigns, Braun Strowman, Jason Jordan, Buddy Murphy. Who the fuck else?
Austin Theory.
Austin Theory. AOP. And now freaking Kevin Owens. What a freaking pair.
Don't you, Seth?
Yeah. Really loves turning on him, just like the Shield.
Exactly.
And then Bobby Lashley, after he lost to Goldberg at Crown Jewel, had, appeared to be in the Survivor Series match for Team Raw.
Mm-hmm.
And now wanted his title back. Even though Big E, I like what they did though. Big E said, hey man, I already beat you, so you can't really get a title match just because you won it.
Exactly.
So they actually had Bobby Lashley earn his way by defeating literally all three competitors.
Which is cool.
I like what KO did by punching Seth to get him to win by disqualification.
That was hilarious.
That didn't not work out though. Adam Pearce and Sonya Deville clearly were in favor of this 4-way match.
Exactly.
And how much longer are we going with Pearce and Deville here?
I'm so tired. Like, dude, I think I said he didn't want to do authority figures anymore. Why? And why are they both heel? Why? I want to see Sonya back in the ring, and I'm tired of Adam Pearce. I've been tired of Adam Pearce for a long time.
Isn't Sonya Deville supposed to be in this whole thing with Naomi, which started like months ago?
Yeah.
Here's the thing. You want to know how long it's been, Willie?
How long?
This whole thing started before I went to Columbus, Ohio for Extreme Rules in September.
Oh my gosh.
That freaking long ago. And they have not exactly had an entire full match.
No. Like, when's the match gonna happen? Why are they feuding?
Do something cool, or I don't know.
Please do something. It's annoying.
Do something to ensure Naomi will get increasingly more frustrated. Like, have Sonya Deville compete in a match with Naomi at the full potential and have Sonya win that match so Naomi will fall into obscurity and then get picked up by Roman Reigns.
Yeah, even then she'll be in obscurity because I wasn't really a big fan of Naomi, but that's just me.
Yep.
Throw those hashtags
she'll say to hell with Feel the Glow. I am with the Bloodline.
Yeah, the only reason people want her in the Bloodline because her husband's in there. That's a fact.
I actually wouldn't mind that because I think it'd be cool to have a female in the stable as well to dominate that division.
Yeah, that person's has already got released. That was Nia Jax. Imagine Nia Jax in the Bloodline. That would have been dope.
That would have been
But
cool.
whatever.
Actually, matter of fact, imagine if they got more people in there. Jax, Naomi. Actually, as a matter of fact, what if they teamed up? They became tag team champions. This might be on separate brands.
Yeah, those titles are dead anyway, so why not?
That could have been. Here's the thing. I'm just gonna say this. That could have been a moment to bring those tag team titles into an actual spotlight, because Naomi on SmackDown is the tag team champ with Nia Jax on Raw. Nia Jax is Raw Women's champ. Naomi's the SmackDown Women's champ.
There you go.
The Bloodline, they got the SmackDown tag team titles. And then there's the Roman Reigns with the Universal title.
There you go.
Domination! That would have been cool. Should have done that. As a matter of fact, actually, here's the thing. I will say, I kind of understand releasing Nia Jax, but what I think they should have done is she kind of needed a little bit more help with the training.
Exactly.
That's all I'm going to go for, though. But in the meantime, though, back to the subject of Pierce and Deville. This whole thing, we don't know where the hell it's going. Adam Pierce is staying away from Brock Lesnar. Sonya Deville is just tormenting Naomi. We don't know what the hell is going on.
It's confusing. It's boring. It's stupid.
And they're in favor of this Fatal 4-Way match.
Exactly.
And even then, I see Big E retaining the title.
As he should.
I was honestly, if it was just going to be one-on-one with Big E and Seth Rollins at day one, I was actually going to say Seth Rollins would win the title. What a way to kick off day one. But,
Not yet.
But I see that for Royal Rumble. Hopefully Seth Rollins is good enough to get the clear to compete in the match without the worry of COVID. But if he's not, Royal Rumble. Even then, Seth Rollins, Big E, Royal Rumble, one-on-one, where Seth wins the title in that giant-ass dome.
Exactly.
My God, have you seen the pictures for that dome?
Yeah, dude, that thing can hold around
60,000 people. 60,000.
60,000? Dang.
Imagine all those fans screaming for any big-time returns at Royal Rumble, like what happened with Edge in 2020.
Oh, for real.
Can we say we're thankful that Edge's return happened before the pandemic?
Exactly.
My God, that was insane. Double R Rice to Ryan. That was the moment of his life.
Oh, for real. You lucky, man. That was awesome.
I mean, I've seen a lot of crazy-ass returns. I got to see the Hardy Boys.
Yep.
Crazy.
Got to see CM Punk's return to the ring.
Well, I didn't see his first appearance, but yes, I did see his return match. And I also saw the arrival of Adam Cole and Bryan Danielson and Ruby Soho at All Out.
Yep.
And I hope to see more great AEW moments. But back to the subject of this, yes, Big E should retain the title at day one. So,
Okay.
Heel Balor, your move.
Okay. I'm pretty excited for this match. This is one of the matches I'm really, really looking forward to. I really have been enjoying Big E as the WWE champion. He's been carrying himself as a champion. He's being respectful as a champion. He's also being funny as a champion. Something, no offense, your New Day brother Kofi Kingston really wasn't. He wasn't, what's the word I'm looking for?
New Day.
Serious.
Kofi Kingston, throughout his entire title reign, was hanging out with New Day. Big E has not been hanging out with New Day.
Which is a good thing. Big E's on his own, which I like. And he's carrying himself as a champion. He's doing great things. He's doing the media appearance. He's doing the talk shows. He was at basketball games, hockey games, sporting events.
It just goes to show that
yeah,
Big E was not entirely split from New Day. He kept it alive and well at the same time. It's just that one moment when you're part of a group, but one of your members goes out and does something else for himself while keeping the respect for his brothers alive.
exactly.
If y'all wanted him to frickin' turn on New Day, here's the thing. That's never going to happen because they legitimately don't want to do that, ever.
Don't ever break up New Day. Never.
No. If you want to break up the team, quietly do it with all respect. Everybody shakes hands and they go in 3 separate directions.
That's how you break up New Day. Don't just have one of them turn on the other. That'd be stupid.
And cliched.
Very cliched. And overplayed. And redundant. And stupid.
Hell yeah. Here's the thing.
Very
because
stupid.
if they reunite, that would make the whole betrayal thing pointless.
Exactly.
If you betray somebody, if you kill off your team, you kill it.
Mm-hmm.
Kill it for good.
You don't just bring it back. Man, they did with the Shield, the reunions. Yeah, that was overplayed too.
Wyatt family quietly broke up.
Exactly.
Every time, it was always a quiet or due to circumstance of the draft, but they kept their respect alive.
Exactly.
By the way, folks,
Simple.
it's been a year since the passing of Brody Lee.
Love you, Brody. Miss you, man.
So we know for a
Really
fact Big E is definitely going to dedicate this to Brody Lee.
Oh, for real.
Hell, honestly,
he should.
how cool would it be if he came out in outfits related to Brody Lee?
I would not mind that at all. It'd be great.
Remember New Day at Royal Rumble this year?
Mm-hmm.
We paid tribute to our boy!
Yeah, man.
That was awesome.
God, I miss Brody. Rest in peace, brother. Anyways, back to the WWE Championship. Like Chris said, I'm gonna go with this as well. I think Big E should and will retain the WWE Championship because he does not need to lose. First of all, I understand where all this hatred for Big E as the WWE Champion is coming from. Now, people are saying that the booking's bad. He's not being represented well. He's boring. And didn't some of y'all want him as the WWE Champion? What's that? Is that Daniel Bryan at my door? Hello, Bryan. What's up? Fickle. Oh, okay. What's that word again? Fickle. Oh, fickle? Okay. That's right, y'all being fickle, of course. Of course.
Oh, hold up a sec. Someone's at my door.
Yeah, who is it?
Tobey Maguire, thanks for the pizza. I loved your return in Spider-Man No Way Home. Oops!
What's that? Oh, I'm gonna answer the door there. Chris, hang on one sec. Andrew Garfield. What's that? You were in Spider-Man No Way Home too? Oh, nice. Your appearance was great too. I mean, what?
Nice. Oh my God. Let me guess. This is Tom Holland. Oh, I don't know who this guy is. Oh, hi. I have something here. Oh, Heel Balor. They're asking you to try out for Miles Morales.
Oh, they are?
Yeah.
Tell them I'll sign up.
Yeah, cast Heel Balor as the live-action Miles Morales, please. Moving on. Can we also, let's be honest about something. If there's anybody that doesn't need to be in this title match, it's Bobby Lashley.
Yeah, I've been hearing people saying Bobby Lashley has no reason to be in here, but I don't know. I don't know what they're doing with Bobby Lashley. They're building him up for something.
I'll be honest, the majority of this feud is Seth Rollins and KO.
The WWE Champion's been left out of it.
Big E is there by circumstance.
Exactly. And they're teaming up. I don't get that. I thought y'all hated each other a few weeks ago, and now y'all like each other. It's so strange. WWE booking is strange. I don't know. It's so weird.
Very strange indeed. But Bobby Lashley, on the other hand, he's like, yeah, I'm kind of here too.
And Bobby's just there. And apparently MVP, this past week on Raw, he teased MVP breaking up with him. I'm like, what? Why? And then they brought back the Hurt Business for one night, and it was strange. Cedric and Shelton came out and got their butts beat, and it was strange. And just, are the Hurt Business even together anymore? I don't know. What's going on there, Doreen? I'm just so confused.
I don't know. The last I saw Cedric Alexander, he won back the 24/7 title and lost that to Dana Brooke.
No, she's irrelevant, so is that championship.
Oh, by the way, Dana Brooke's been champion for a month and a half now.
Because reasons. I don't know why. Treating that like she won the biggest championship in the world, but it's not, and it's irrelevant. Moving on. Dana Brooke. She's not relevant. She's great, but she's not relevant.
I've heard an interesting report though. I'll be quick on this one. I've heard a report that first off, this could be happy news. They may actually end up canceling the 24/7 title, but what they're possibly doing with Dana Brooke is they may consider in favor of a women's mid-card title. At the same time, do we need that? They already have women's tag team titles.
Please don't.
Actually, if you
I don't. Don't do that. What's up?
Yeah, if you want a women's mid-card title, we'll take out the women's tag team titles first and replace them with that.
Thank you. The freaking tag title's been dead. They're on Carmella and Zelina Vega of all people.
Queen Zelina. Respect the queen.
Queen Zelina. Yeah, Queen Zelina. It's on Queen Zelina and Carmella. They're a freaking jester. I don't freaking know.
Yeah, it's the Queen Zelina and Josh's former prom date.
Exactly.
She was never going to be in the prom date, but he asked her. He has balls and you don't.
Exactly. Moving on. We're going way off course. Anyways, back to the WWE Championship match. Like I said, I think Big E's going to retain here. And I don't mean to be this guy. It sucks Rollins got COVID, but take him out. Please take him out. Give him his big title shot at the Rumble. Have him win the WWE Championship. Please. Yep. I'm not saying take the WWE Championship about Big E immediately. No. Give him into the Royal Rumble. Simple. The Royal Rumble. and Big E can go to WrestleMania and retire Goldberg. Simple.
Wait, Goldberg?
Yes, Goldberg.
Oh my God.
He's Goldberg. Yeah, Goldberg.
I had in my predictions of WrestleMania stuff and thinking about what should happen, that actually never once cropped into my head. Now that you mentioned it, that does give Big E a big time matchup and potentially Goldberg his last one.
Big E's been talking about in the past week how Goldberg's his hero. He's always wanted to face Goldberg. Simple as that. Big E retires Goldberg.
You know what? Fine, let's do it. I'm cool with that. After all, last time Goldberg was in a match with Bobby Lashley Crown Jewel, for once it made sense for its existence.
Exactly.
They can make this make sense. That'd be cool. Okay. With that being said, folks, we're going to move on to the main event. Main event, yes. Roman Reigns versus Brock Lesnar for the Universal title. And can we say Brock Lesnar's been the most entertaining part of SmackDown recently?
I think Lesnar really is enjoying being... I think Lesnar's really enjoying being back.
He really likes Sami Zayn.
He does.
Yeah,
he speaks French.
I loved everything about the whole thing with Brock Lesnar and Sami Zayn.
Oui, oui. You know, Brock speaking French, it was so weird.
Yeah. Brock Lesnar came back from his suspension after somebody, interestingly, paid off Brock's $1 million fine.
Exactly.
That person being likely Paul Heyman.
Exactly.
Yep. Paul Heyman's been fired. And I like how Paul Heyman did some sort of interview like he was on 60 Minutes.
Dude, for real.
I was honestly just waiting for... It's like, we got Paul Heyman. All this and more tonight on 60 Minutes.
There you go.
That would have been weird.
He has a beard and he's all upset. Like he lost his best friend. I'm like, Paul, you were Brock's advocate for years. It's just Roman Reigns.
Yeah. But at the same time,
you made Roman relevant now, but that's about it.
I think this whole thing is a ruse for Paul Heyman to fully side with Roman Reigns.
Duh. We're not stupid, everyone.
Yep. I believe Roman Reigns will win this. He will retain the title, and he will officially break Brock Lesnar's title record.
Yep.
He's currently at 480 something now, but the record's 503, and he's almost there. He's just got a couple more weeks.
Mm-hmm.
And if he retains that day one, he is going to break it.
Fine with me.
Sounds good to me, because honestly, he's been a better champion than Brock Lesnar for a year now.
Roman's the greatest Universal Champion of all time. Literally, outside probably Kevin Owens, maybe.
Yeah,
Kevin, probably.
Kevin Owens, he was entertaining with the whole thing with Chris Jericho. Finn Balor, he only had a day, and he didn't have a chance.
Sadly, no.
Goldberg, 2 reigns, both of them sucked. Brock Lesnar, 3 reigns, all of them sucked.
Exactly.
Roman Reigns, his first reign got cut short due to his cancer.
Exactly.
Roman
got a second chance.
Braun Strowman, horrible.
No, not even good.
Yeah.
He tried, but just no.
Seth Rollins, 2 reigns. I'd probably say they were decent.
They were okay.
Bray Wyatt,
rightfully so.
Bray Wyatt's first reign was awesome.
His second run sucked.
His second run was only a week.
Exactly.
Oh my God. As for Roman right now, he's held the title since Payback in August 2020. We're about to enter 2022.
2 years.
Well, year and a half.
Well, year and a half, yeah.
But as we said, hell, hey Willie, didn't we say this before during the WrestleMania predictions that Roman should retain against Edge and Daniel Bryan and hold on to it to the next WrestleMania?
Yes.
Here we are. We're getting closer.
Oh, we are. And Roman should lose at WrestleMania.
To
not
Drew McIntyre.
As I've been saying.
Drew McIntyre, who right now is at day one is going to face Madcap Moss. That's weird. But
gross.
Whatever the hell.
Exactly.
So yeah, folks, we're not saying that Drew McIntyre should win the Royal Rumble. We're saying that he'll get his way in to the title match with Roman Reigns at WrestleMania. I heard reports, honestly, that they're going to do another Reigns-Lesnar match. If you want to add Lesnar to the match, fine. But have Drew in the match.
Put Drew in the match. And if Drew's not in the match, have Drew McIntyre face John Cena. I don't care what anybody says. Cena will be at WrestleMania. He will be. I don't care what anybody else says. I don't care about his Hollywood schedule. I think he'll somehow be at WrestleMania.
I believe that.
And
John Cena's a Hollywood star, a lot easier to book than The Rock, who I believe will also be there. I believe he'll be at WrestleMania. I believe Rock will be at WrestleMania. That's a story for another time, though.
Exactly. The Rock will be at WrestleMania.
I will say Roman Reigns has been a fantastic champion, and I understand it gets frustrating when he gets help from the Usos and Paul Heyman to win his matches. But in recent times, he actually has not been winning with the help of the Usos, i.e. Big E at Survivor Series.
Which I thought that match was good, just not as good as Drew McIntyre and himself at last year's Survivor Series. That was a son of a level, in my opinion. I'm not saying Big E was a bad competitor. I'm just saying with that match with Drew McIntyre, that's what I want to see again. They have so much good chemistry.
And here's the interesting thing. Throughout 2021, when it comes to Roman's title matches, he's won fair and square quite a few times. He's won because of interferences. But if you notice the interferences, they were due to interesting circumstances. One, his opponents were trying to cheat their own way.
Exactly.
And the Usos came in to stop that. The other reason, it was legal to do it and fair. Sorry, it's fair game if it's no disqualification.
Hint, hint, Demon Finn Balor. Even though that the Usos didn't even try, well, they did interfere, but they didn't get a chance to even do anything, so.
Yeah.
And plus, Finn had the match won, but whatever.
Let's take a look at this. Royal Rumble, that last man standing match with Kevin Owens. It was legal.
Match.
It was legal for Paul Heyman to handcuff KO. Oh wait, that didn't happen. Is that no? It was legal for Paul Heyman to uncuff Roman Reigns.
Oh, do you know that spot almost didn't go as planned? Because Roman was legit stuck.
Yeah, he was actually stuck.
And I found hilarious.
There was actually a moment I was like, can he at least stand on his feet? I know his ass would be hanging in the air, but at least he'd be on his feet.
Exactly.
But it was legal for Paul Heyman to get involved with that, and for Jey Uso to get involved as well, because it was last man standing. Anything goes.
Yep.
Elimination Chamber. He beat Daniel Bryan in seconds after Bryan won the Chamber match.
Yeah, we don't talk about that.
And here's the thing. It was still kind of fair and square because
it was.
Roman didn't exactly cheat to win. He just hit a spear and got it.
Yeah, true.
Hit a spear, hit the guillotine, he's good to go. Fastlane. It was Edge's fault that Daniel Bryan lost, not Roman Reigns.
Exactly.
Edge, here's the thing. Even though Daniel Bryan, Edge should have known that Daniel Bryan hit him with that chair by accident.
Exactly.
But Edge got pissed off and he speared Bryan, allowing Roman to win.
So good job, Edge. That's your fault.
So yeah, that was Edge's fault. That had nothing to do with Roman Reigns. All that was Edge's fault. WrestleMania, it was a triple threat. Once again, anything goes.
He stacked and he smashed and he moved on.
Smashed, stacked, moved on. Acknowledge him. WrestleMania Backlash against Cesaro. That was a one-on-one match. Roman beat him fair and square.
Exactly.
That was great. That was excellent. Hell in a Cell, he didn't compete. He was supposed to face Rey Mysterio. That ended up being on SmackDown instead. But he still won fair and square.
I forgot about that match.
Edge tried to beat him at Money in the Bank by cheating when he realized the referee was down. So might as well use that piece of the chair and use it against Roman. He was pulling it against Roman's face. So the Usos had to get involved because Edge was cheating. And then Seth Rollins got involved because he was already pissed off. So that was honestly on Seth Rollins, not on Roman Reigns.
Good job,
SummerSlam, John Cena. He beat him fair and square.
Which people are crapping on that match, saying, "Oh, it was bad. It was not that good of a match." Yeah, Cena, he's Hollywood. Remember, you gotta protect Hollywood Cena, and it was mostly about him trying to get the 1, 2, 3 instead of, he was getting his freaking rear end kicked in that.
Yep, Roman Reigns, he beat him fair and square, and that was awesome.
Exactly. And then Brock Lesnar.
The one occasion, Roman Reigns, Finn Balor on SmackDown. That was the one occasion where Roman did not win and actually cheated, and that's where the blame was on him.
Exactly.
However, at Extreme Rules, whatever the hell happened with the frickin' top rope thing, which we'll never know.
We're never gonna find out, and that stuff pisses me off and screwed to make it ruin.
It was Extreme Rules. It was Extreme Rules, and anything goes. Crown Jewel.
Exactly.
Once again, Brock Lesnar tried to cheat by hitting him with the title.
Granted, before that, Paul Heyman threw the belt in the ring. They almost played tug of war with it, and then the Usos interfered, and then
because Brock was gonna use the title against Roman, so we're like, nope, we got to make sure that that's fair and square. Survivor Series, Roman Reigns beat Big E fair and square. That wasn't a title match, but you get my point. So now, we have to see if Roman can get the job done here.
Oh, he will.
He will. We all know he will.
He's not losing to WrestleMania, people. Get over it.
Yeah. I really hope they do not have Brock Lesnar win the Royal Rumble match, though.
Please no. That's my fear. That's why I want Drew McIntyre and Brock Lesnar out of the Royal Rumble. Like, I want them both in separate matches. Please don't have them both in the Royal Rumble.
I think they'll both be in the Royal Rumble, but what should happen? Like, we'll get to the what should happen in the actual podcast for Royal Rumble.
Yeah.
But I believe this whole thing we're going on with Paul Heyman and Roman Reigns is a ruse.
I think so too.
Yep. Paul Heyman will side with the Bloodline once and for all. Brock Lesnar will be on his own.
Fine with me. I like Farmer Brock.
And then he ends up being in a tag team with Sami Zayn.
Please, I actually want that. I'm not gonna lie.
Just imagine if Brock Lesnar wins the Universal title, just in a weird thing. Sami Zayn wins the Intercontinental title, and they actually have a segment on SmackDown. You won this? Look what I won! Hey, well done!
Oh, imagine.
That'd be awesome. But yeah, both of us say Roman Reigns will win.
Yeah, Roman's gonna retain. Apparently, there's this big finish. There's some rumors going. There's a big finish planned for this match, and it's gonna lead into the WrestleMania match. So I don't know what they got planned. That's very interesting.
If you smell what The Rock is cooking.
No, The Rock isn't showing up.
John Cena.
Imagine why would Cena show up? Who would he screw over? He doesn't like both these guys.
That's a fair point. How about Undertaker?
Nah. No, heck no, please.
No. Why would Undertaker want to face the two guys he lost to at... Oh, that's why.
Exactly.
No, I literally just answered my own question. I was like, oh, that's why.
Yes, you did. I don't really have a prediction about how it's going to go down, but all I know is that if Brock wins the title, I'm going to laugh. I'm really going to laugh. Be like, why? Why did you do it? But I think Roman's going to retain here. There's no reason to tell him just until WrestleMania.
What if the big finish is Roman Reigns submits Lesnar?
Apparently the rumor says the finish involved Paul Heyman, so...
Yeah, Paul Heyman will side with Roman Reigns. If that's the big finish, then that actually, in my opinion, that qualifies.
What if Roman takes Brock out with the guillotine?
That's what I said.
Yeah. Well, he doesn't pass him out. He just makes him tap, and that's it. Or he does pass out. And then, my fear is, after this match, Brock's going to return at the Royal Rumble and win the Rumble. I don't want Brock to win the Rumble. I really don't. I don't want McIntyre to win the Rumble. None of those two need to win the Royal Rumble. They've had their turns.
Yeah, what if the big finish is the arrival of Kenny Omega?
Yeah, like that. Yeah, imagine.
Yeah, that's gonna happen. For one thing, he's recovering from injury and he's just re-signed with AEW. So no.
He hasn't re-signed yet. He's still kind of, he probably. Of course, he probably.
Yeah, he will. Yeah.
Of course, he will. No, Tony Khan's gonna show. That's gonna happen. Tony Khan's gonna make his debut.
Multiverse.
The multiverse effect.
The multiverse effect brings AEW into WWE and vice versa. But then again...
Oh my god, imagine.
Here's the thing. That would just cause a lot of more confusion and chaos. And not in a good way.
No, not in a good way at all.
Yeah, not in a good way at all. Alright, well folks, that concludes our predictions to day one, and we are hyped.
I'm very excited, to be honest with you, for this show. I really am.
I'm just kidding. Whew. Well, I will say 2022. We're hoping that it's going to be a better year than 2021. But I will say, it's been kind of hell up here in Canada. Not just I mentioned before the COVID Christmas thing, but it's not just that. Canada went from 40,000 active cases of COVID to 200,000 in 2 weeks.
I don't know about my state.
Thanks to the spread of the Omicron variant.
Yeah, the new variant, over here in the South where I'm from, it's not that bad. We're not really restricted down here. We do what we want and kind of stuff. Safely, obviously.
Yeah, it's quite possible that up here in Ontario, we could be going into another lockdown.
Dang, I don't need that, man. That's crazy.
Yeah,
that's crazy.
That's unfortunate because, well...
It really is.
Not a way I really want to start my year. I have a few movies on my list that I want to watch coming up. And I don't want to just travel all the way down to the U.S. just to do it. Might as well just fucking move to the U.S. Just kidding, I'm not doing that shit.
Okay, that'd be awesome.
That would be awesome, actually.
I got room.
I mean, after all, I could do it because I have legal status to do it, but I'm not going to do it because I got family over here.
Exactly.
So, just folks, when it comes to New Year's, be safe. If you're gonna celebrate the Happy New Year celebration, just remember to be safe. If you're going out in public places, remember to wear your mask. Try your best to keep social distance, but if you don't want to, just be understandable about what the consequences could be. You don't want
respectful of people's boundaries and all that kind of stuff. I mean,
yeah,
just be respectful.
As long as you're just being respectful, but most importantly, just have a good time. If I'm capable of doing it, I hopefully will be in Niagara Falls for the New Year's celebration, having a good time. And if I do that, then that's great.
I will say this, this year, it was, for me personally, it was a pretty up year for 2020. I'll be honest. There were so many experiences that I had this year in 2021. I'm blessed. I'm thankful for the people I've met, people I've talked to, and the wrestling I've watched, the wrestling I've seen over these past few months has been incredible. The journeys I've continued on throughout this year, just the podcasts that we've done this year. There's so many experiences we did this year. WrestleMania, Crown Jewel, SummerSlam, AEW, our AEW shtick has returned. We did so many things this year, and the guests we had on, the Optimistic Hall of Fame, so many things happened. And we're hoping that 2022 is very good to the Losers Lounge. And all you guys who continue to watch us, who continue to support us, and for guys who don't support us and don't like us, then that's on you. We don't care. You hate us because you hate us, obviously. And we're thankful, and we're just happy that we're going to continue this on because it's been a heck of a year. And this has been, like I said, a step up for me personally since 2020, and hopefully 2022 is another big turnaround because things are looking bright. Things are really looking bright, hopefully, for the future.
Yep.
For myself and the Losers Lounge, obviously.
That's always a great way of putting it.
Bro.
Got a lot of stuff coming up. If things are going exactly as we hope it will, WWE could have 8 stadium shows.
Which is insane, which I'm very proud of. That's great.
Royal Rumble, 2 Saudi Arabia events, 2 nights of WrestleMania, Money in the Bank, SummerSlam, and an untitled pay-per-view in the UK in September.
Which I'm very excited about the UK pay-per-view.
Yep, that's 8. Huh.
Insane.
I gotta say, my biggest shocker was hearing Money in the Bank's gonna be in Allegiant Stadium in Las Vegas.
I remember being on Sky Call with my boys, and we just marked that because I was very confused. I was like, "That's Money in the Bank. Why are they doing this?" And I was like, "It's Allegiant Stadium." I'm like, "What?" We started marking. I'm like, "Yo, this is so cool. That's gonna be so much fun." Like seeing all the spots that are gonna be in that stadium is going to be bonkers. I can't wait.
Yeah, Money in the Bank.
Great.
They're really treating that like it's a huge deal if it gets its own stadium event.
Like a big deal. Like that's insane.
SummerSlam is going to be at the Titans Stadium in Nashville.
Freaking Tennessee of all places. That's awesome.
Yeah, I take a look at it. This is not the first time SummerSlam will be in a stadium, obviously. Look at last year.
No.
But this is the first time that is going to be in an outdoor event like that since Wembley.
Which is incredible. Like, I've seen that stadium. Y'all should go look it up. It's actually pretty cool.
Yeah, it's going to make you feel like it's at WrestleMania because it's completely open-aired.
I can't believe.
And it's going to be fucking hot out there.
Oh, it is. It's going to be in July.
Yep, July 30th. First time ever. SummerSlam is at the end of July. And, of course, people are like, why are they having it in July? Well, I'm like, you got to give time to build up the UK pay-per-view.
And if they're doing SummerSlam now, this early, that means the UK pay-per-view is going to be big. I'm going to throw this out here. What if WWE, maybe this won't happen, but what if WWE, maybe gets the UK brand involved?
I could see that happening. As a matter of fact, actually, this brings up another thing I wanted to point out. Yeah. Imagine this. Drew McIntyre wins the title, the Universal title, at WrestleMania, defends it at the UK pay-per-view against Walter.
I like that.
Drew McIntyre and Walter for the Universal title at the UK pay-per-view.
And that's the big match. Simple.
Or Finn Balor versus Walter for the WWE title.
Yes, ladies and gentlemen, predicting Finn Balor will be WWE champion by next year. I really hope so. He deserves a big thing for next year. Same with Liv Morgan.
But here's the hoping that everybody has a safe New Year and have a great 2022. And on behalf of the Losers Lounge podcast, and on behalf of Connor, Kelsey, Ryan, and of course Willie here,
sir,
we want to say thank you for always enjoying our podcast in 2021. I know there were times we were not active. That's because we were either busy or some other stuff was going on. And I totally apologize for constantly taking breaks. It's been a rough year for me.
It has. But we made it through. We appreciate all the support you guys have been giving us. We love every single one of you guys from the bottom of my heart. You know, I still can't believe this day that have a podcast. And we're almost at 100 episodes.
Yeah,
100.
We are closing in on season 5.
Yeah.
Season 5.
Which is great for us. Big milestone for us, you know. And as I'm blessed to be a part of this crew. And I'm very happy, you know. You'll see the rest of the Losers next year. Guarantee you, Double R, he's doing great. I've been talking to him. He's doing very good. Connor's doing great. Kelsey's doing great. They're still around. And we always talk to them. We always check up on them. And they're doing great as well. So, and that's all I got, man, to be honest with you.
Yep. So, Heel Balor, why don't you go ahead and end this whole thing?
Well, we're the Losers, and this is our lounge. And see ya. Happy New Year, ladies and gentlemen. Thanks for a great 2021.